The fact that they have 24 movies and specials is insane. 87? Generic Control and the Duck Goesmoo here, back with some more DBcember. Today we have the top 24 movies and specials, but because they are so long and I don't want to be uploading 40-minute long videos, we're going to be doing 24 through 12, so the first half. And let me know if you want me to continue these, or if you want me to check out different DBcembers, maybe not the movies and specials, maybe like the top 10 villains, which I know that one's for sure going to happen. Oh, super villains is a thing. Oh wow, there's multiple parts to that. We might get to that in the future. I've never seen Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT or any of those, or Dragon Ball Kai or anything like that. I've only ever seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and there's actually a playlist on my channel. You want to check that out. I'll leave it up there. Yeah, people love those videos. You want to check out my reaction to last week's video, which was the top iconic moments of Dragon Ball. It was all of them in one sitting. I'll leave that video right there, also linked down below in the description. But you all showed so much support for that, and I thank you for that. It's also Christmas day. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I'm recording videos. It's been a very long day. This is like the 7th or 8th video I'm recording. I have no idea. Somehow I have a bonus shirt over there. I planned out my shirts to wear, and for some reason there's an extra one over there. I have no idea. Shout out to the patrons down below. I wouldn't be able to do this if it was not for them. They love it. I have a paywall on the channel because I'm here to make you smile, not make you pay, because I just want to make the world a little bit happier. You never know if somebody's having a bad day or not. That's why I read every single comment and I reply to a lot of them as well. You all gave me so many comments to read, and the last one, I've read every single one of them. So let's go ahead and jump on into 24 through 19.
Hey there, folks.
Man. I hope that you're subscribed as well.
Another year
oh, there's Nick.
Of DBcember.
I'm Kaiser Neko.
I'm Lenny
Yep.
Couture.
And I'm Takahata 101.
We hope you're ready for
my
another
favorite,
December
my
dedicated
absolute favorite. I
entirely
love
to
him so much.
Dragon
And Nick
Ball.
commented on my home frame for
the
Losers episode 3.
Until Christmas, and
Which is
this
awesome.
year it'll be the top
Really
24
appreciate that.
movies and specials.
And at the
Apparently
very
this-
end on Christmas
this year's
Day, you'll get a
DBcember,
special
2021 was the last
premiere
one.
on Team4star.com that will go up a couple days later on YouTube.
Honestly, it's thanks to the release of Resurrection F
Available now on Blu-ray and
What is
DVD
that?
right now. I'm in it.
that we even have 24 movies and specials to choose from.
Wait, so doesn't that
Oh,
mean
really?
it's less top 24 and more worst to best?
Nope, because it actually
Oh.
still edged out the GT special, which again
What was
means
the GT special?
No GT.
we're so mean.
Oh.
The criteria for
They
where
don't like
these are
GT.
placed on the list isn't exactly airtight, but the primary qualities we're looking for are how close the characters feel to the portrayal in the manga, the way the
Okay.
movies and specials expand on the universe, and the uniqueness of the stories within them.
Not to mention overall production quality.
see Mr.
Some of
Popo
these
there.
have decent stories and feel uniquely Dragon Ball, but are marred by lackluster animation and direction.
figure out why I
On
have
the flip
extra
side,
shirt
some of
over
the
there.
plots might be lacking or retreading old stories, but they look so striking and iconic that they help make up for it. Lastly, there's how much we enjoyed these movies overall, which plays a big factor.
Before we jump into this, a quick reminder. These lists are entirely subjective. If you take
Yeah,
issue
of
with the
course.
placement of any of these movies, feel free to let us know exactly how you feel in the comments below. But we kindly, politely, civilly ask you to do it in a kind, polite,
Yeah.
and civil manner.
Or
If
just
somebody-
call us a bunch of fat.
If somebody's just
Idiots.
overly rude, I just
It's whatever.
remove them
And with
from
that,
commenting
let's get
in the
started.
future.
With our top 24.
They're not even worth my time to
Movies
respond, you
and
know.
specials.
You don't fight hate with hate, you know. I'm just trying to make people's day better, you know? Make people smile and laugh.
You thought it was gonna be Bio Broly.
Dragon
Nope, this is
episode of Bardock.
What? My
2011?
man Bardock is down on the bottom?
Taka, buddy, this isn't your man Bardock. In fact, far from it.
Yeah,
Why?
while some people might argue the qualities of the special in terms of its crisp, modern animation, the story it has to tell is completely nonsensical first, and an utter gutting of Bardock's character second.
See, in this
Oh, so
special,
it's
we
just-
start with
it just
Bardock
looks
being
good.
defeated by Frieza, just like at the end of his previous
Yeah.
special. They also add in terribly forced foreshadowing about how Frieza took action, largely because he fears the legendary Super Saiyan.
But how is that foreshadowing?
Oh.
Bardock doesn't
Well.
actually go Super Saiyan in this. He dies to the death ball.
But in fact, he does
Yeah.
not die.
Somehow.
I mean, he totally goes Super Saiyan. See, the Death Ball sends him reeling back in time to the era before
but can he see the
Saiyans
future?
even inhabited planet Vegeta. And then he is pitted against the evil ancestor of Frieza, Lord Chilled.
What follows is a complete
Oh, I've heard of
alteration
Lord
character
Chill.
Bardock
I've never
that
seen Dragon Ball or
basically
Dragon
just
Ball Z or
exists to
Dragon
help
Ball GT
service
or
the
any
plot.
movies or
He starts
anything.
off as an abrasive
Just
warrior
Dragon Ball Z
we knew
Abridged.
from his previous special.
Just long enough for him to build a connection with the natives so as to give him extra incentive to become the legendary
Wait.
Super Sag.
Wasn't
This is
there a
true.
Dragon Ball
This
Z
list
abridged
is meant to be
thing
a
about this?
celebration of Dragon Ball. and Episode of Bardock is a complete failure of everything Dragon
Yeah.
Ball stands for. Taking Bardock and imbuing him with this sense of grandeur and importance that only serves to make him less profound.
Hey, and to sell trading cards and video games.
It's
Whoa,
a cheap
those
cash
cards are
grab,
kinda
a
sick.
derailment of an iconic character, and ultimately serves to hurt the overall story more than help.
And
But
that got
here's the real
24th.
question. Is it better than Dragon Ball Minus?
Damn
What's
it,
that?
Toriyama.
23.
God, they've done so many movies.
Jeez, I
What
almost
is
forgot
that?
this thing existed.
What are you?
I'm surprised it's not dead last.
Well, it definitely tries. This special,
22
based
ready to
off
keep
an
the
old
Super Saiyan?
choose-your-own-adventure game for the
2010.
Playdia, which was based off an even older game
What
for the
is
Famicom,
that?
is about an evil Tuffle scientist who has created an
Oh,
unstoppable
that's,
killing machine in
Santa.
order to gain revenge
It's
for his
Christmas
race
Day.
felled
It's
by
11
the
o'clock at
Saiyans.
night. Don't worry about it. I'm tired.
Familiar.
No GT!
1 in 4
No
is a short
GT.
adventure involving
They
the
really don't
return
like
of
GT.
4 previous villains: Frieza, Cooler, Turles,
Yes!
and Lord Slug.
That was a
Who
Christmas
subdue the
special.
main cast before they can make it to stop
How do I remember that?
Dr.
It's been like
Evil
2 years since I
gas
watched Dragon Ball
emitters
Z Abridged.
destroying the Earth.
My channel was
Oh,
deleted.
God.
This whole special was essentially created to help push the Playdia system back in the day. It's by no means heinous, but there's no substance to it. The idea of these Ghost Warriors is completely shallow, and everything about the
Oh,
plot
yeah.
sounds top to bottom like fan fiction.
Especially when you consider that the villains
Hey,
brought back
sometimes
are from
fan
movies
fiction
3 through
works.
5 with Frieza thrown in due to him being the most recent from the series. It's just not a good story and ultimately adds nothing to the series, although I still personally kind of enjoy it.
Not to even get started on the original Playdia version, which is an even longer, more sordid mess, which
What is a
stems
Playdia
from the fact
version?
that it was a choose-your-own-adventure game made into an OVA.
It's nothing but
Oh.
fan wankery with some decently animated fight scenes. The best part about it is its original villain, Dr.
Santa.
Laichi, but Hachiak is a boring musclehead. Kinda
Oh,
like,
okay.
We'll get to him.
All in
Broly.
all, it's a forgettable
Broly.
reunion of
Whatever
villains
his
that
name
amounts
is. Everybody
to
gets
nothing.
mad the way I say
yeah,
it.
but after this, we've got nowhere to go but up.
Broly? Broly?
22.
I don't know.
Oh.
Broly second
You
coming.
expected Bio Broly to come first.
Broly?
Shame on you.
But no, seriously, this
Second
is
coming?
worse. This is actually
Where's
worse.
the water
We'll
coming
get
from?
into how and why Bio Brawly is actually a better movie when we get to it. But for now,
Okay.
Let's talk about this movie.
1994, I
Bully
wasn't born
Space
yet.
Don't ask how or when he got in there. Lands on Earth and he ends up frozen.
Goten and Trunks, teamed with Videl, find him while
Who?
searching for Dragon Balls, which is something that happens a lot in these movies.
also there's some
Apparently.
completely useless
I guess for all the
subplot
people
about
who've
a
never
mountain
seen 'em.
village sacrificing virgin maidens to dinosaurs.
We get a bunch of actually well animated but poorly paced fighting where Broly somehow manages not to kill Goten,
Did I hear
Trunks,
that right?
or Videl, and then Gohan shows up and the real fight begins.
Besides the fact that
If
the
it's
plot of
Broly?
the movie is utterly irrelevant, Broly is just pointless here.
He does nothing but grunt, scream, and mutter
He's
shout
like the
the
Hulk.
name of the character who only gets 30 seconds of screen time in this movie.
It just feels like
Oh,
a total
Kakarot?
waste. Nothing is interesting, new, or fresh. Its inexcusable sin is being boring. Its only saving grace is that imagery of the family Kamehameha.
But that's infuriating
Oh,
in its own
well, that's
right.
pretty
There's
sick.
just so little redeeming about this movie, as so little actual effort went into it beyond making it visually appealing.
Which is why the next movie actually somehow found its way above this.
21.
Somehow, man, 1994. That's crazy.
All right, folks, here it is.
Bio Broly.
In all
Oh
its mutant,
god, that's
sludge-covered
Broly? That's
glory.
The
hideous.
points in favor of this movie are the inclusion of Mr. Satan and Android 18, two characters that are primed for fantastic
Satan.
on-screen hijinks and action respectively.
Unfortunately, while their inclusion is a huge plot point, they fall off pretty quickly. See, the film is about this
Also, are
asshole
these the
right
same,
here
like,
trying to create
directors?
Bio warriors, but requires the world's strongest man to test their might.
Broly.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just
Oh
heard
god, those
Bio
eyes are
Warriors
terrifying.
And World's Strongest.
Da da da. So of course they
What was that?
mistakenly
The
assume
GT?
that Mr. Satan,
Guess
the
it's GT.
savior against Cell, is the perfect candidate. There's also a hilarious subplot about Android
He's
18
18.
shaking down Mr. Satan for the money he owes her, which ties her into the meat of things.
Yeah, and honestly,
I mean, she's in
when
a
the
movie,
plot
so it
feels
can't be that
devoid of
bad.
actual threat and urgency, it's not all that painful at the start, and offers some
Mr.
new
Satan.
character interactions that the previous movies actually really missed out on.
But then Broly shows up and f***s it
With
all
a
to
tail.
hell.
God damn it!
That's right.
Every
One
time.
of the Bio Warriors is Broly, whose DNA was stolen by the guy who, in a convenient thread to actually tie
Oh.
the movies together, was in second
Yeah,
coming.
yeah, it was that dude with the
Does
wand.
buck naked Broly do the moment he breaks out of his test tube?
He gets
Hopefully
covered
put
in
clothes
a
on?
thick, toxic sludge that
Oh.
makes him look like Swamp Thing f***ed a muck. Also, Goten and Trunks are there.
That's the one
God
thing.
damn
What?
it!
Noticing a trend?
This movie isn't
They're
quite
always
as
in it.
heinously boring as the others, but it's also just too obnoxious and childish to be considered enjoyable.
Uh,
Despite the
why?
fact that the production values are pretty damn high here.
So, for all you
Krillin.
Bio haters out there, your hate is justified. But it's not the worst of the movies. Wow, can't wait
No.
till we can stop having that be a positive.
20.
Yeah. The fact that they have 24 movies and
This movie's
specials is
boring as
insane.
hell. How is it this
87?
high on the list?
Bro, Sidney
Yeah, we had a lot of
Crosby.
trouble
Sidney
finding a
Crosby
place
wasn't even
for
born
this
yet.
movie, as a lot of people have many fond memories of it, and it's got a lot
That's
of
not
classic
how it
Dragon
works,
Ball
though.
feel to it. Unfortunately,
Princess
it
and
has
Devil's
trouble
Castle.
overcoming some serious issues on the production value side.
Its horror
In
stance is
1987?
absolutely dreary. The film overall is poorly paced. The animation is
Looks like
incredibly
Charlie
up and
Brown.
down, and its storyline, while very original in comparison to the
What's
rest
it
of the
doing?
entries on this
Oh,
list,
that's him.
just isn't captivating. See, Bulma gets kidnapped by a vampiric lord named Lucifer.
Was she
who
wearing
leads
clothes?
An army of poorly drawn and animated demons.
Krillin and Goku show up to find the
Sure.
sleeping princess in Devil's Castle so they can bring
Sleeping?
her back to
God, that
Master
sounds so
Roshi
nice.
so he'll train them. Unfortunately, this interrupts Lucifer's plans of
Using his Devil Castle cannon to
Whoa.
blow up the sun.
That last
Why?
part sounds kind of cool.
With no.
I'm
Oh,
sure
he's
you
a
it's
vampire.
not.
Okay,
While
yeah,
giving
but everything
credit for
else
trying to do
dies. We
something
need the
new with
sun.
The material, this being their second movie and all, the visuals of this movie are just too rough around the edges and dreary for our tastes. Despite its numerous
Yeah,
chuckle-worthy
I
gags
guess.
that do feel like it's ripped right from the manga.
Wow,
I
that's some
love the
unhinging
original
jaw
Dragon Ball
action
to
there.
Death, but yeah, I have to agree. I found myself wanting here in a big way that both Curse of the Blood Rubies and Mystical Adventure delivered on. At least for me.
It's funny, quirky, and imaginative.
Oh,
but in the
what was
end,
he just
it's a lot
stabbing there?
Like a vampire wearing sunglasses. Humorous, but overall
Give me
ineffective.
Alucard. Give me Alucard voice. Oh, come on, Shahada.
This movie!
North
Best
Turner
guys who
cooler.
we know,
Wait, you
this
don't
is
like this?
Definitely one of the
92.
uglier movies on the list.
The movie starts off with the enslavement of New Namek.
Man, they cannot
New
just catch
Namek.
a break, can they?
It seems that Cooler has returned
Was
from
that-
the previous installment.
was that
and
what's
he's
his
acquired a
face?
new metal
Oh, God,
body
what
with
was
the
his
help of
name?
the hilariously
I'm
named
so tired.
Big Getty Star.
Between allowing
Oh,
him to
yeah,
recuperate
Big
from
Eddie.
an injury as well as duplicate himself on mass, he's also
That
in
was
control
Dragon Ball
of
Z
the
Abridged
giant
thing, yeah.
Unicron-esque Planet Eater. He even has a robot army at his command that are quite formidable to the characters.
That is, until they figure that they can beat them by just hitting them really hard. But honestly,
Yeah.
while the movie is a tad on the ugly side, there are plenty of really interesting artistic choices made that help the movie stand out.
Metacooler's design is pretty sleek, and the movie is ripe
Yeah,
with homages
very
to better
bright.
sci-fi films. It's also the first time we see Vegeta and Goku team up. That being said, it's still
Oh.
basically a rehash of Frieza, despite its somewhat unique premise.
That and the way they defeat Cooler, while
Sure,
different,
I'll
doesn't
take your word
quite
for
make
it.
that much sense.
It's also got more than its fair share of plot holes. Then again, these movies are literally walking
Popo.
plot holes to begin with, so...
Definitely still give it a watch if you're a Dragon Ball fan. If not, just to see Vegeta getting kicked in the dick.
Yeah, all over and over again. Oh, was that the end of that one? Oh, okay. Wow, okay. So we have the next one. So this is going to be the last one we're going to be watching today, 18 through 12, and let me know if you want me to do the, I guess, top 11.
18.
Yeah, let's see.
Look at my trucker
Super Android 13. Oh, this trucker hat, dude.
When they designed these three androids, but they certainly look unique.
There's the
Yeah, that's
pimp.
definitely one of the best things this movie has going for it. 3, somehow completely unmentioned in the series, androids wake
That
up to
was a
destroy
pimp.
Son Goku, as per the orders of Dr.
1992.
Gero's
Good
underground
lord.
supercomputer. Unfortunately, beyond their quirky designs, their personalities are unforgivably weak, if non-existent.
The dub even had to go so far as to
They're
add in
so weird.
dialogue where there was obviously none to begin with, just to try and give them more character. To varying degrees of success, and even made Android 13 a ridiculous southern stereotype.
Though the film
Well,
does
yeah, they're
benefit
all
from having some
stereotypes.
unique
Look at them.
environments in which a couple of admittedly well-done fight scenes take place. It's the first time we see any real combat in the middle of a city, and one of the only times we see fighting in the Arctic.
It's full of moments plenty
Really?
of Dragon Ball fans remember, but it's also somehow
How much times have I gone in this
kind
video?
of
It's too long.
forgettable at the same time, if that makes sense.
GG.
It's certainly very middle of the road.
Definitely give it a watch if you're a Dragon Ball fan. If not, just to see Goku get punched in the dick.
I'm seeing a
17.
recurring theme.
When Broly?
Legendary
Yeah,
Super Saiyan
sure it is.
1993.
After Bio Broly, this is the one everyone was waiting for.
When Broly?
The epitome
When
of
Broly.
Dragon Ball movie
Oh
villains.
god, the amount of people.
Tuck, I swear to God, I
The
will
amount of
kill you
comments I
for
got
a
that said
second,
Win
Broly.
Broly.
I'm more afraid of what people are going to do to us with Broly so far down on this list.
Alright, most people watching this list know the story. Broly was a baby with a power level of 10,000. King
Yeah.
Vegeta knew that this could be trouble for him, so he Kinda maybe tries to kill his dad Paragus and then stabs Broly to death, only not because
Yeah.
he's the legendary Super Saiyan guy.
And you can't kill
What
him
follows
for some
is
reason.
the longest Dragon Ball movie until Battle of Gods at an hour and 10 minutes, all about Broly's
Oh,
dad
that's not that
Paragus
long.
trying to wipe out Vegeta.
I've reacted to
in revenge
movies
for
longer
what
than
his old
that.
Pappy did to him. What we get is the plot dragging its feet until finally.
For an hour and 10 minutes. Didn't the Abridged series special of this movie do something like that? They made fun of that? The video should be on my channel.
Listen, Broly isn't an exceptionally
And then Dragon Ball
interesting
Z Abridged
character.
playlist.
The fact is, he's as shallow as they come on this list. With his Gary Stu 10,000 power level as a baby, inexplicably legendary Super Saiyan status, and a motivation so silly in contrast to his demeanor and tone of the film that it gives us J.K. Simmons levels of a whiplash.
The only thing that put it
That's
this
a
high on the
baby
list
dick.
is its animation, its length, and its place in the franchise. The battles here are brutal, and at the time, this story was plenty original. It's a harmless movie on its own, with plenty of cool factor, and Broly's design, while
I like how they don't put the
ridiculous,
numbers
does
beside
certainly
them.
have a menace to it.
And the legendary Super Saiyan appearing in the form of a major threat to our heroes was a cool concept, especially at a time in
Yeah.
the series where Super Saiyans were still
Trunks.
relatively
God,
fresh.
his hair is so
But
awesome.
the fact is, it takes way too long to get to the meat of things. And the villain really does resemble
pretty
the
sure they made a
worst
joke
parts of
about that in the
franchise
Abridged.
that are all about power levels, muscles, and over-the-top violence.
Which isn't to say you can't enjoy those things, but it really does
That-
ignore the more
probably just
charming,
dodging them.
enriching parts of what makes up the
Piccolo.
heart of Dragon Ball.
They're all-
At least
Jesus.
that's how we feel.
How do they not
It's
punch
just
each other?
Power and violence for the sake of it, and that
He's like
really
Hulk.
doesn't go very far.
Sorry to his fans, but if Broly is the devil, well, the devil's kind of boring.
16.
Remember your first time watching Dragon
Curse of
Ball?
Blood
The
Rubies?
comedy of Bulma hitting Goku with
86.
her car, leading to a
What
series
is
of
that
events
thing?
that would span over decades? Those first
Yeah.
few moments where the magic begins and there's just so much joy, laughter, and wonder.
Well, the Dragon Ball
Yeah.
films decided that it would be a fun idea to reimagine how it all started in
Doesn't she
movie
shoot him?
format, with Curse of the Blood Rubies, a retelling of the original saga, sans Pilaf, that also manages to mix in elements of the Red Ribbon arc.
What?
But it also utilizes the
What is
familiarity
that
of the
thing?
original to tell the story of a cursed king who is desperately trying to save himself from his own demonic hunger that threatens to destroy the land he rules over. Unlike Sleeping
Huh?
Princess,
He's
the
that
sense
hungry?
of adventure and color is much more apparent top to bottom. It also features much crisper and smoother animation. The classic Kikuchi
That's
score
kinda
on its
cool,
own,
actually.
and a pretty fantastic way to introduce people to the original series.
However, it spends an entire
Yeah.
25 minutes recapping the original plot and introducing characters. And while the attack on
25
Lord
minutes?
Murume's castle is fun, the whole thing just feels
Pretty
like
long.
the original Pilaf and Red Ribbon arcs
Whoa.
with the villains changed out.
While it feels like Dragon Ball top to bottom, the fact that it's a retelling knocks it a lot lower on the list. For newbies,
I
it can be
guess.
pretty great, but if you're already a longtime fan, it's
already
supplementary
seen-
at best.
Unless you want to
Yeah.
see Oolong transformed into Bulma playing with her boobs. I mean, his boobs?
Isn't Bulma 16?
Oolong is 9.
Oh,
God damn it,
Oh.
Japan.
oh,
15.
the Tree of Might.
Anyway,
That was another one.
Not until things start happening.
1990. So it's not
Okay,
born
let's get
yet.
this out of the way. Icarus.
Hiya, Dragon.
Icarus is annoying, and he takes up half of
Dragon.
this movie.
But the other half is actually pretty cool. It's
kinda cute,
the movie
though.
is a twist of the Saiyan invasion plot, but this time the villains are utilizing the terrifying Tree of Might as to harness the planet's
Yeah.
energy for their own gain.
Did they mix the movies together?
Like an anti-spirit
in their specials?
bomb, which is ironic considering how Goku wins this one. Little bit of trivia: Tree of Might was actually the first piece of Dragon Ball media I was ever introduced to.
Oh,
It
that's
must have been terribly
fun fact.
confusing considering the villain is a doppelganger of Goku, which also serves as
Oh,
a totally
yeah.
evil version of the hero trope, and an interesting commentary
Yep.
on Saiyan genetics.
All in all, it's got some pretty interesting
There's
fight
10.
scenes, a unique premise, beautiful music, but half the movie being dominated
Is
by
it Dragon?
Hiya Dragon.
Icarus.
Hiya Dragon really does
Icarus,
pad the film.
sure.
And the backgrounds, once the Tree of Might is fully grown, tend to be a little dreary and murky.
What's even worse,
Yeah.
they completely waste all of the potential battles between the secondary characters and the villainous henchmen. And why? So we can get more of Gohan
What?
playing with his pet dragon in a cave with
I
Icarus?
guess. Icarus.
Honestly, I think the biggest reason people remember this movie is Turles himself. Beyond that, though,
What? Remember what?
I find it kind of boring.
Stop yawning. You're gonna make me yawn.
Period,
I'm
folks.
tired.
What I feel is a very underrated installment in the franchise.
14.
Alright, it's King Piccolo.
Lord Slug.
Yeah, make your jokes, Kaiser. But
Oh,
while most
yeah.
people consider this
That's
one
one of my
the
most
worst
viewed
movies in the
videos from
franchise,
the,
I think it gets a lot of
all of Dragon Ball
undue
Z
hate.
Abridged.
While Lord Slug himself is not the most
1991.
entertaining villain,
Wow.
this plot that surrounds him is a worthwhile one.
A rogue Namekian warrior has brought together a crew of space pirates to find a planet suitable
Yeah.
to convert into their new mobile home. Now they're on
Mobile
Earth,
home.
and it's up to Goku and the gang to stop them.
Didn't we
And Krillin without a
just
nose.
have a movie where a lost member of an alien race brought together a crew of interstellar ne'er-do-wells to attack Earth and
I'm
turn it
seeing a
into
recurring
wasteland
theme.
for their own gain?
I see what you're doing there, Kaiser, and while you might have a point, this movie at least gives other characters worthwhile fights, some fascinating battle
Maybe.
locales, and the return of giant Namekians. Namekians.
Yeah.
N-
He's
Namek-
huge.
Seriously, what's the plural for that?
One of the many moves
Was-
that Piccolo just
yeah.
seems to stop using after Dragon Ball. Although the one
Wasn't he
thing
like
this
an
movie
old
also
man
does
at the
is
beginning?
provide a very interesting, unique weakness for Namekians in the form of whistling.
Via Gohan,
Oh,
High Dragon,
yeah, with
and
the
some half Saiyan booty
high pitch.
shaking.
Don't tell me that's actually in the movie like that.
Don't really know what that was about or even what to say about it, but it's there. And it's actually kind
some
of
reason.
neat, even if it makes little to no sense.
All in all, this movie has more going for it than Tree of Might. It gives us better fights this time around.
That's why
and
it's,
while it may
I guess,
mostly
better
be
than it.
original, I don't think it deserves the crap it gets. Plus, the completely licensed Funimation track is actually kind of fun.
I've been waiting my whole life for just one. What?
At the very
What?
least, we definitely enjoyed
Is that
the
actually
music.
it?
Plug, plug.
That really sounded
Now
like
who's ready
Team
for
Force.
some
Yep, there we
noise?
go.
Car!
13.
Oh no. What was that a reference
You know who
to?
was a cool villain?
Cooler's Revenge.
Frieza. Let's make him taller.
And Buffer.
And make him look
And
like
purple.
Super Shredder from Secrets of the Ooze.
Or,
This is the first movie to feature
Pump
Cooler,
Daddy
the somehow
C.
never canonically mentioned brother of Frieza. He's on Earth, looking for revenge for the death of his brother, and he's brought his own Ginyu Force 2.0 with him.
2.0,
did he actually?
but still a downgrade. Because while they're obviously trying to
Well,
fill
there's
the
Icarus.
over-the-top eccentric void, Cooler's Armored Squadron
Yep.
just isn't as fun. With the exception of Salaz's
guess.
hilarious French accent in the dub.
Cooler
What about the
himself is an
hair?
okay
The
villain,
hair's
and the Japanese
insane.
actor for him is still the ever-fantastic Kaiser.
Do you say Nakao?
That guy who makes
Oh,
every
yeah. Does he
incarnation he
speak
plays
Japanese?
of Frieza's icy race come to life.
There's no denying, however, that much
Hmm.
like the Cooler Armored Squadron, he's a pale double of a previous character. However, the movie itself
What,
gives us a
Frieza?
lot of memorable scenes, including
Like the
one of the
birdie.
most beautiful Super Saiyan
I remember that
transformations in
scene.
the series.
It's also pretty great to get some Gohan moments and a
Tootsie
pretty
Beans.
spectacular win for Goku. Also, Piccolo gets another badass fight scene with stretchy arms. Monkey D. Piccolo. He's gonna
Another
be
one?
king of the
Monkey.
Namex.
12.
I actually just watched some openings for One Piece. I've never actually seen One Piece. I'm
no,
gonna recommend
in
One
fact,
Piece.
This movie wouldn't be quite as high on
That's
the
cool.
list if you
Adventure.
didn't.
Oh, there's
I
tanks.
do,
They never did a
so it
special
is.
for this one.
Dragon Ball Mystical
88.
Adventure is the third of the original Dragon Ball films, and is actually a
third.
semi-retelling of the first World Martial Arts Tournament arc, mixed with Tenshin on Tao Pai Pai. In a weird twist,
That's
Chaozu is an
a
emperor,
hairline.
Tenshin is his bodyguard, and Tao Pai
Huh?
Pai is an assassin hired to find the Dragon Balls to, find the
Kill him?
Emperor's missing doll/wife? Wife doll? Doll wife?
Why is
One of the
Chaozu
weaknesses of the
what?
original Dragon
Huh?
Ball movies is that they're basically retellings of the story, only changed largely enough to make them fit as a movie with a new central plot. Whereas the films for
That's
the
some
Z
hair.
franchise flat out steal from the previous arcs.
The greatest thing about this movie is that
Yes.
it just has all of that classic Dragon Ball feel. From the colors to the glorious animation to the music, everything feels right. With the exception of the last third of the film.
But it's still
the film
13.
decides to incorporate both Korin's Tower and Penguin Village, but it all feels
What's Penguin
completely
Village?
out of nowhere and arbitrary, even if it is a lot of fun to see both Goku
Missiles?
and Arale.
Still, the animation and scenery in this movie are beautiful. The characters are on point, and the overall story is enjoyable.
It also gets bonus points for utilizing both Upa and Bora. Love those guys.
Who?
Wait, they're Native Americans, right? So is there an America in Dragon Ball?
I don't know. Let's
That's
ask
a good
Murasaki.
question. Wait, is there actually? Wait, is there actually? Wait. Oh. I did 12. I guess that was the 12th one. My bad. Let me know if you want me to continue this with the top 11. I'll be back with that next week if you want that. If not, I can react to something else. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the villains. I'm pretty sure that's a really popular one. And definitely let me know. It's unfortunate this 2021 is the last DBcember they are doing, but if you want me to get to that, I can react to all of these. It's whatever you guys want, and definitely let me know, and I will definitely do that. I read every single comment, so leave some down below. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you're subscribed. Hope you had a great Christmas and a happy and safe New Year's. 2022 is going to be a great year, so definitely stay tuned. Food reaction channel, gaming channel. It's going to be nuts. I'm excited. I'm tired. You're going to get the best out of me. I'm trying to make your day better, so hopefully I did. But until next video, take care and cue the music.